Good morning, students. I am Dr. P.S. Kaushik, Principal at Sri Digambar Institute of Technology, Dosa, Rajasthan. Today, I will be taking the second lecture on the subject Engineering Mechanics. This subject deals with the basics of mechanics. This subject is taught in the third semester of Mechanical Engineering and Civil Engineering. As we know, the mechanics is the subject of applied engineering which deals with the state of rest or uniform motion of a matter. When we call it a matter means it can be a solid or it can be a fluid. So in broad classification, mechanics of solid and mechanics of fluid. But from the subject point of view, we will be dealing only with the mechanics of solids. A detailed classification is done with the help of a flow diagram on the next slide. Engineering mechanics, that is mechanics of solid and mechanics of fluid. The mechanics of fluid deals with the ideal fluid, viscous fluid, incompressible fluids. So we will be stopping here only for more further classification of mechanics of fluids, because this is not a subject concern. We will be discussing on the mechanics of solid. When we make certain assumptions, the first assumption we make it the body is rigid either or body is deformable. When we deal with the deformable body, we call it strength of material or MOS, mechanics of solids. But when we deal with the engineering mechanics, it deals with the mechanics of rigid body. The mechanics of deformable body, that is further classification is theory of elasticity and theory of plasticity. The engineering mechanics of rigid bodies, it is further divided into dynamics and statics. Statics is the subject of mechanics in which we deal with the solid body when it is in rest or in uniform motion subjected to a force or a moment or both. The dynamics is further subdivided into kinematics and kinetics. Kinematics is the subject in which we are dealing with the motion of a particle or a body without considering the agents involving that motion, that is force or moment. But in kinetics, we deal with the relationship between the mass, motion and the force or moment. For example, we will take kinematics, in which we know the kinematic equations that U is equal to V is equal to F U plus AT, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. These are the kinematic equations. Kinetic equation, that is second law of motion, that is Newton's law. F equal to ma, we read, that is the relationship between momentum and force and acceleration. Similar discussions we are going to make when we will dealing with the kinetics. From the subject point of view, we will be dealing with the mechanics of solid when this mechanics of solid deals with this rigid body in which the effect of force or moment are analyzed on rigid object at rest or in motion, and we generally call it engineering mechanics. When this mechanics of solid deals with the deformable bodies, we call it strength of material. Let us discuss it further. When we define the force in mechanics of solid, we call it force is an agent which tends to change the state of rest or uniform motion of a rigid body. But when we define this force in the strength of material, that is mechanics of deformable body, then we say there that force is an agent or something which tends to deform the body. The difference in definition of force and in mechanics of rigid body or mechanics of deformable body is that here the body when it is rigid, its function is to transfer the force from one end to another end. But when we deal with the deformable body, here force tends to change the physical state, that is dimensions or shape of the body. The subject of engineering mechanics is further subdivided into following two main groups, that is statics and dynamics. Static, it is the subject of engineering mechanics which deals with the forces or moments and their effect while the bodies are at rest. Dynamics, it is the subject of engineering mechanics which deals with the forces or moments of their effects while the bodies are in motion. The subject of dynamics may further be subdivided into kinetics and kinematics. Okay. Kinetics, it is the branch of dynamics which deals with the bodies in motion due to application of forces. Rigid body, a body will be said to be rigid if there is no dimensional changes taking place in the body or structure either in shape or size, irrespective of the magnitude of force or moment applied. In actual practice, there is no absolute rigid body. Let us discuss it in details further. As we know, there is an intermolecular gap between two molecules or interatomic gap between two atoms. When we apply a force on the body, the force tends to change the gap between the two atoms. If this gap is not altered, irrespective of the magnitude of force applied, then we will call that the body is a rigid body. In broader sense, we can say that when the body, we apply a force and there is no change in dimension or shape of the body, then it is a rigid body. In actual practice, it is not possible to have a perfectly rigid body. But from the subject point of view, we make the first assumption in mechanics that the body is rigid. So what are the characteristics of rigid body? All lines on a rigid body have the same angular velocity and same angular acceleration. Rigid motion can be decomposed into the translation of an arbitrary point followed by a rotation about that point. Now comes to the basic assumptions in engineering mechanics. To simplify the analysis, following assumptions are made. Basically, up to now, you might have come to know that whenever you derive any formula, you make certain assumptions. Why we make assumptions? Because there are some variables which are dominating the phenomena, and some are very rarely dominating them. Those we are negligible, then we idealize them and neglect them. Here also, to make the analysis simple, we have made these four assumptions. First assumption is the body is rigid. As I already told you that no body is rigid, perfectly rigid, but we have made an assumption that body is rigid. Then force applied is a point force. You can say there cannot be a force which is point force. It will be impossible, but from the analysis point of view, we have considered that it is a point force. Then body is considered continuous. I will be explaining in the next slide what is continuity or continuum. Then body is considered as particle. Now let us discuss these four assumptions in details, since these will be the building block of the complete analysis. When a force is applied, it acts on certain normal area, but for the analysis purpose, it is supposed to act on the centroid or center of gravity of the body specified. The body is considered as rigid, hence are no physical changes in the body due to effects of forces or moments, and hence here body is behaving as a force transmitting agent from one point to another. A body is made of many parts and at micro level by teeny particles which can be further subdivided into molecules, atoms, and then into electrons and protons. It will be impossible to analyze the engineering mechanics problem if the body is treated as an conglomerate of such matters. Hence, body is considered to be continuous. Continuum, the continuous series of elements or items that vary by such tiny differences that they do not seem to differ from each other. Okay, let me take a practical example. There is a football ground. There are people sitting there. When we analyze, look at closely, then we will see their heads, different heads sitting there. But if we take a look from the distance, we will find that there is a even shape of heads which are interconnected to each other. So, from far distance, we will be looking that this is a continuous surface. But when we look at close proximity, we will find that these are the different identities or persons sitting there on the chairs. So, continuous series of elements or items that vary by such indifference that they do not seem to differ from each other, we call it, that is the concept of continuum, or body is considered continuous body. A particle is defined as an object having mass but no size. But in theory, it is not possible. But practically, we call it that it is a particle which is having no area but mass. But when dealing with bodies at far distance compared to the size of body, such as celestial bodies, the bodies can be treated as particles. Other example can be size of a bullet compared to the distance it travels. A plane traveling at a height, for a gunner on the ground, it will be a particle. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.